Hey there, it's Levinseti again via the Let's Play Seti channel with the offense portion of our week from late season. These are the pre-recorded matches. Let me know if you like these. It's much easier to record, and I think it makes it easier to select the good content for you. So you saw the team right there, and we are hitting and running this with a team that I slapped together, and I do mean slapped together. We have my two highest scoring mythics. No, we don't actually. We have my high scoring mythic in Dagger. We have Peony because she's Peony. We have Nerthuz because she's bonus unit. And we have Milla because it's a hit and run team. And Milla does a lot for a hit and run team, especially in that late season. Where you can't, like, frere her or whatever. So, my thought here was I saw the man himself. You know him. You hate him. You might love him. But you hate to run into him. It's Windclawed. Didn't want to try and tank that. Didn't really feel like Brave Dimitri does so well against the green unit who nullifies your defense stat and damage reduction. So my options are player phase, and I like hit and run a lot more than Gale Force right now. I think hit and run is actually kind of out of control because I slapped this team together. The mythics are basically random, and then I just picked Hinoka because she's Hinoka, and Chrom because he gets a second action and was Light Blast. Now, I sort of miscalculated here because I didn't think about the fact that Dogger has a horse now, so I had to be a little bit more careful in how I approached, but actually, you're going to see, Chrom really pays dividends here because I really like being able to use that Fate Unchanged or whatever it's called offensively, like get the extra damage and movement and like sort of like a smite type thing. And then I actually just, I'll be honest, we're gonna probably cut out a minute of footage here. I forgot how Faye worked and couldn't tell that because Nerthuz takes damage here, she actually does get Gale Force off that, which was my plan all along, because Dagger has some DR. And so just like that, we take a pretty meaty hit, get the force off, but it's actually a pretty nice amount of meat in that hit, because now we have Wings of Mercy on the table if we need it, and in case you forgot, Hinoka does have that skill too. So, we got options, we got moves, we can do things, and we can also just kind of back up, because there's only one dancer who we hit with the Milla Classic. And so, I do have a Lucia team that I could have tried to get some, clickbait, this unit beats Claude, but with double Pathfinder on the team and all these breakable blocks, it's playing with fire, and I don't want to do it. So that's why we are hitting and also running. Using that valuable Hinoka to just make sure Claude no longer exists. Obviously the biggest problem in pretty much every game mode and map he will appear in for the foreseeable future. I'm actually really surprised. I feel like the Halloween banner is like the first very skippable feeling banner in a long time, mechanically. Fedison, don't send the ninjas. Love you very much, my son. But just like, compared to the Wind banner, it's just, the units on the Halloween banner cannot compare, even though I love Seedall to death. He's like my favorite Engage character, him and Goldmary, who I know could not be more different. Anyway, here he makes some pretty smart plays, getting the right Gale Forces at the right times, and I just kind of assumed Chrom would be able to get that. He can't, but he is such an epic Pog champ that it doesn't matter. I think I also could have repoed up. No, I don't get another action after it. Never mind, no, I did the right thing. But yeah, I had to be very careful in figuring out who Gale Forces when to make sure we didn't accidentally lock ourselves in a bad spot. And now, this Wings of Mercy 4 is stupid. This skill shouldn't be in the game. But it just makes it free to finish things off. Now we just have to line up somebody who can kill that annoying machine down there. But I think between the three hitters on this team, it's not going to be that much of a problem, right? And just ignore the parts here where I'm trying to line up a Wings of Mercy 4 and can't do it because the skill is too silly. I could have just moved her one more to the right, it'd be donezo, but that's simply not the Levinseti way. Is that really what you're here for? Perfect gameplay? I think you might want to find another FEH tuber. Check out Oblivion or Joel or honestly Zish Shadow with that rank 1 Spring Indigo run. Someday I'll pull off something like that. Maybe citation needed, I don't know, not legally binding. Anyway, who do we finish her off with? Place your bets down below. That's right, it's Peony. Just kidding.
For all life on land.
I don't know either. I didn't know then, I still don't know. It's Crom. He's a good unit. So that's match 1. I got another match for the hit and run team that I think is more interesting. So, match 2. So this is Claudeless, but that Marianne, she can do some things now. And I didn't really want to find out which things those are, because again, the Omni tanks I was running this season were Lucia and Brave Dimitri. All of that DR cutting doesn't bode so well, especially with the whole Katria situation. It is interesting that she's the only nuke, but I was scared. It got me scared. So, I really personally don't like this desert map for that reason. It is pretty trivial to smite someone in and canto back, or like have a flyer that can just get in. There's a lot of ways to really abuse this terrain to my favor, because now, well, first of all, I have the safety fence. We're actually making a safety fence play smartly for once in my stupid, miserable life. We took the setup turn to get Milla into position and get the pick I wanted to start. We shut down Corrin before she gets any of that terrain nonsense. We don't need that. We just want the effective slippity slap, and we get out. I don't have a rhyme. I really wanted one. So I'm taking a minute here to just figure out what the best board state I can get is for the next turn. And I gotta say, I just love the amount that Crom can move. It's so fun. Like,
If you say so. Good morning.
I actually just pulled another one of him today with sniping for Alencia, who I haven't gotten yet, and I'm very upset about it. But that's like my 3rd copy of Crom, and I need to figure out stuff to give his fodder to, because I want to get those merges on him. He's just an actually really good unit. Am I crazy? Has no one else noticed this? Am I the only person in the world who thinks he's actually a really good unit? Because I like him. Again, he's on this team by accident, but he punched like twice his weight every time. Alright, so now this turn, looking back at the board, I realized I probably could have repoed Hinoka over, hit Azura, just gotten her off the board completely, and then, you know, retreated, and optimally then I would have Milla blocking Leanne over in the corner. I think that's an extraordinarily clean way to deal with this. But I also think getting rid of Katria as soon as possible is usually good and makes things a lot more predictable. Because we checked all these units at the start. Sothis is the melee unit with no assist, which means she will move first and she will eat the dance. So what could have been very scary, if she had an assist, then Marianne eats that dance. I don't like this map anymore. It gets a lot less fun. But because Sothis is there to eat that one dance left on the board, we can be pretty confident and play this pretty nice. And I will never figure out where the dancers are going to end up. I really threaded the needle on that one. Whew. I guess the way to do it is to think about like movement order and AI prioritization, and then you can predict where the dancer will be. But in the words of a meme from the prehistoric era, ain't nobody got time for that. And I certainly ain't nobody in this... Or am I someone? Whatever grammatically I need to do to make this make sense, work with me. Please understand. Okay. From here, again, we know Sothis eats the dance. So retreating is pretty reasonable, pretty achievable. And, you know, we only have the one pot left. It's well within reach. Sothis offers herself on a silver platter. There's a million ways to finish this one off. Maybe we just play this one back in fast motion. Maybe we don't. I haven't quite figured out how to sync things exactly with editing tricks in this format, so I am sorry. We're figuring it out, but again, let me know down below if you enjoy this style of AR content, and be sure to hit whatever buttons you like down there, especially the thumbs up and the subscribe, because Let's Play Steady's kind of taken off, and it feels really good. I like it. It's good to be back. If you press those buttons, you can keep the vibes immaculate, keep the content a-rolling, and we finish it out in one turn. What more do you want from me? So yeah, that's, really I just wanted to show how powerful Hit and Run is, because I feel like you used to have to really set up player phase teams a lot, think about it a lot, and have a lot of parts that worked well together. This is just tossed together, and it's as good. That's the state of the game right now. Hit and Run's overpowered. So let me know what you're hitting and running with, what strategy you might be using instead that is better, question mark. I kind of doubt it, but make your case. And again, I think I have the live recorded AR video coming real soon, so till then.